Hello forensic enthusiasts. I am Samiksha Kourav, a proud member of Shivi Forensics. So today I am here with an important and exam-oriented topic, assessment of mental competency. So let's begin. I'll be guiding you through a special MCQ session on a topic, and here's what we will cover. In introduction part, you are going to understand what mental competency exactly means, right? And second, MCQs part. So I have taken set of selected questions designed to test your knowledge from the exam perspective. And at last, I have added a signature line from my personal perspective to help you remember the core essence of mental competency. Now let's get started with our introduction part. So, when a person is involved in a legal case, the court must first check whether that person is mentally capable of understanding what is happening. This is where the assessment of mental competency comes in. Through this assessment, we try to see whether the person understands the legal process, can think clearly and logically, and can communicate properly with their lawyer, and also can take part in decisions related to their case. So, the main point is to remember that this assessment looks at the person's present mental condition, not what they were like in the past. A person may have had mental problems earlier but can still be mentally fit now. Similarly, a person may not have any mental illness but still may not be mentally competent at the time. Another important thing is that mental illness and mental competency are not the same, because mental illness is a medical condition but mental competency is a legal ability. So this process is very important because it protects the right of the individual and helps ensure that the legal system remains fair, human and ethical. Starting with our very first MCQ, that is, assessment of mental competency primarily evaluates whether an individual can, so the correct answer is option B. Understand and participate in legal proceedings. Yes, because mental competency is not about why the crime happened or whether the person is mentally ill. The court only wants to know one thing, that can this person understand what is happening in court and help their lawyer, and this includes understanding charges, knowing the role of judge, lawyer and prosecutor, giving instructions to the advocate. So the correct focus is participation in legal proceedings, not behavior control or diagnosis. So, our second question is, mental competency assessment mainly focuses on the individuals. So the correct answer is option C, present mental functioning. Yes, because competency is time specific, not lifelong. What matters is their mental state right now when the court asks, like, is the accused mentally fit at this moment to face trial? That's why current mental functioning is assessed, not past behavior or family history. Our next question is, who has the final authority to declare a person mentally competent or incompetent? The correct answer is option D, court. Because this is very important legal point that psychologist gives assessment and psychiatrist gives medical opinion. But court alone has the power to decide. Mental health professionals are expert witnesses, not decision makers. So legally, competency is declared by the court. Then the fourth question is, mental competency is best described as a, the correct answer is option C, legal determination. Because even though psychology is involved, mental competency is not a medical diagnosis. Diagnosis like schizophrenia, depression, etc. and competency is the legal ability to stand trial. So we can say that mental competency is a legal concept supported by psychological evaluation. That's why it comes under law and forensic psychology. Coming upon question 5, which of the following is not a component of mental competency? The correct option is D, criminal intent. Because mental competency checks whether understanding, reasoning, appreciation of legal situation, but criminal intent, mens rea, belongs to criminal responsibility, insanity defense, and when the competency asks, can the person face trial, or did the person intend to commit the crime? So criminal intent is separate. Our sixth question is, a person suffering from mental illness is always mentally incompetent? The correct option is B, false. Because this is a very common misconception. A person may have mental illness, still understands court proceedings, still talk to their lawyers properly. For example, a person with controlled schizophrenia may be fully competent, So, mental illness is not equal to mental incompetency, because competency depends on functional ability, not diagnosis level. Now, a seventh question is, the main purpose of mental competency assessment is to ensure. The correct option is C. Fair legal proceedings. The justice system is based on fairness. It would be unfair if the accused doesn't understand charges, cannot defend themselves, is confused about proceedings. Competency state assessment protects right to fair trial, human dignity, legal justice, and it is not for punishment or confession but fairness. Then, our eighth question is, inability to communicate with a lawyer mainly affects which competency component? The correct option is C. Communication. One key requirement of competency is ability to consult with one's lawyer with rational understanding, that if a person cannot speak clearly, cannot explain facts, and cannot understand advice, then communication ability is affected, making the trial unfair. Hence, communication is a core competency component. Then next question is, mental competency assessment is most commonly conducted by the correct option is C, forensic psychologists, because they are specially trained to apply psychological tools, understand legal standards, and write court-friendly reports. And police and lawyers are not trained for mental assessment, and judges rely on expert opinions. So the assessment is mainly done by forensic psychologists. 10th question is, mental competency is most relevant at which stage of the legal process? The correct option is B, during trial. Mental competency is checked when charges are framed, trial is going to proceed, because the accused must be mentally fit during trial to understand and defend themselves. It is not about before crime or after punishment, that's why it is linked to the trial stage. Coming up on question 11, which ability involves logical thinking and weighing options? The correct answer is option B, reasoning, because it is the ability to think logically, compare choices, and make decisions. It helps a person understand legal options and consequences. Next question is, appreciation in mental competency refers to. The correct option is C, personal understanding of one's legal situation. Appreciation means understanding how the legal case affects oneself personally, not just knowing facts or laws. Question 13. Mental competency is time specific, because the correct option is B, mental condition can change. So yes, a person's mental health is not fixed, it can get better or worse, so evaluation is done for the present time. Our next question is, which condition may cause temporary mental incompetency? The correct option is B, acute psychosis, because sudden mental illnesses like psychosis can disturb judgment for a short period. Question 15. Competency assessment helps prevent. The correct option is B, wrongful trials. It ensures that no one is put on trial unless they are mentally fit to participate fairly, because trying an incompetent person violates legal and ethical principles. Our next question is, MMSE is mainly used to assess. The correct option is B, cognitive functioning. This test checks thinking skills such as awareness, memory, and attention needed for court proceedings. Question 17 is, competency to stand trial focuses on the accused. The correct option is C, present mental ability. The court looks at whether the accused is mentally capable right now, not in the past. Then our next question is, insanity defense differs from competency assessment because insanity relates to. The correct option is C, time of offense. Insanity is linked to the mental state during the crime, while competency is related to the trial stage. Question 19 is, delusional belief about court officials affects which component most? The correct option is C, appreciation. False beliefs can stop a person from understanding their actual legal situation, because delusions impair awareness of reality and personal legal situation. Coming up on 20th question, juvenile mental competency assessment emphasizes. The correct option is B, cognitive and moral development, because the special attention is given to mental growth, understanding, and decision-making ability in children. Juvenile assessments focus on mental maturity and decision-making ability, as it says. The next question is, which factor is least relevant in mental competency assessment? The correct option is C, political beliefs, because personal opinions or ideology do not affect a person's ability to understand or take part in a trial. Coming up on question 22, mental competency assessment protects. The correct option is D, both individual and justice system, because competency checks balance the rights of the accused while maintaining fairness in the legal system. Question 23. A competent accused must understand. The correct option is C, basic court rules. Knowing who the judge, lawyer, and prosecutor are is enough for meaningful participation, because basic understanding of court procedures is sufficient and very important. Question 24. Expert witnesses in competency assessment mainly provide. The correct option is C, expert opinion. Mental health experts guide the court with professional findings, but the final decision remains with the judge. Coming up on question 25, which ability allows interaction with legal counsel? The correct option is B, communication. The accused must be able to talk with their lawyer to explain facts and plan a defense, because communication ensures effective legal defense. Next question is, mental competency is closely linked to which legal principle? The correct option is C, fair trial. A trial can only be fair if the accused is mentally capable of taking part in it. Question 27. Restoration of competency is usually achieved through. The correct option is B, treatment and therapy, because proper medical care and counseling help improve mental functioning so trial can proceed. Next question is, the most essential requirement for competency is. The correct option is C, understanding proceedings. So the key requirement is awareness of what is happening in court, not intelligence or educational level, because understanding legal proceedings is the core requirement. The last second question is, inability to follow courtroom proceedings indicates. The correct option is C, incompetency. If a person cannot follow what is happening in court, they are considered unfit for trial, because they are failure to follow proceedings and show their impaired competency. This is our last question. Mental competency ensures compliance with. The correct option is C, legal ethics. The law demands that only mentally capable individuals face trial to ensure justice is ethical. Legal ethics require mentally fit participation in trials. So, as I told you all in the starting of session, that from my personal perspective, I'm gonna provide you a signature line, and here is it. Before the law asks, what did you do? It must first ask, can you understand what we are doing to you? So, when I say, if you forget every MCQ, remember this one line. It means that all the questions we studied today are actually testing one core idea. The law is not only interested in what crime happened first, it must check whether the person understands the situation. So if someone cannot understand why they are in court, what the changes mean, or how to communicate with their lawyer, then asking what did you do becomes meaningless and unfair. So, this line reminds us that mental competency comes before punishment. Only when a person is mentally capable can justice be legal, ethical, and fair. That is why assessment of mental competency is a foundation of the justice system, not just a formality. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your time and attention. For more MCQs, topic-wise explanations, and forensic concepts, stay connected with Shivi Forensics, and don't forget to subscribe and comment below with the next topic you want.